Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm so happy you're here with me today. I'm going to paint a sandhill crane. I found this reference photo on wildlifereferencephotos.com. I'll link it in this video's description. I've cropped it to fit my 12 inch by 24 inch cradled wood panel. It's 1.5 inches thick from US Art Supply. Here's the crop. I kind of got ahead of myself. I tilted my iPad so I don't get so much glare from the window. And then I did a little messing around in Photoshop of what I think I want to do with it. I think we'll paint some cattails. And kind of fits. Have kind of an aqua sky. I put clear gesso on my clear panel a couple days ago so it's nice and dry. I have done it where I've gessoed it in the morning, dried it with a hair dryer, and then painted later in the afternoon. I'm going to use my primary colors. So I'm not going to show you all of them. They're all Liquitex. So Cad Yellow Medium Hue, Quinacridone Magenta. I really like that for mixing reds. It makes really pretty reds. And then the blue is a little bit different, Phthalo Blue Green shade. And it's a heavy body. Oh, Titanium White and Mars Black. Okay, guys, let's have some fun. Let's chat for a minute. So I printed out my photo to scale, scribbled on the back of it with chalk pastel, taped it to the wood panel. As I mentioned, it had clear gesso on it. You can paint straight onto the wood, but it'll soak in a lot. I really prefer the gesso. You can use white gesso, colored gesso, whatever you want. And got my crane on there. And then I mixed a blue-green color, so phthalo blue, green shade, and yellow to make the blue-green color. And then sometimes mixed it with white and black. And I was using this 1-inch, really cheap flat brush from Blick Art Materials. There, I think you can see it. And I really like it. And put in the sky. I did come back later on and lighten up the sky some and gray it out a little more. And I was just basically thinking dark to lighter. And then, just make sure I go down far enough so depending on what I do with the grasses, I've got blue down in there. And then when I started doing the grasses, I used that brush for a little bit and then I switched to a 1-inch filbert. Just because I was getting cleaner edges. Either brush would work. Sometimes you just like a brush better than another brush. Sometimes I used to play golf. I would just switch clubs because sometimes I would just do better because it was a mental thing. You just use whatever you like. I pulled some of this bluish, greenish aqua color sky out, put a lot of yellow in it, some black in it to make a green. One thing that's nice about mixing your greens is these are quite muted, but I think sometimes that's nicer than the out of the tube green, sort of that Kelly bright green. So I like to mix my greens. I have used Hooker's green in the past, which is kind of a bluer green. And then I mixed a reddish brown, so Quinacridone Magenta, Cad Yellow, and some black to make a reddish brown. And then Mars Black, Titanium White. So that's my palette, that's my colors. What else? I'm just looking at my little mock-up from Photoshop, and I'm just thinking darker at the bottom. Show that again. Lighter at the top, lighter brush, grasses, cattail leaves, whatever, off into the back. I think that gets us up to speed for the background. I dried it with a hair dryer and I let it dry. I went and had some dinner. I'm gonna start working on the head. I can't think of anything else. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I am missing something. I did use this little, it says number 12 brush. Oh, I think it's I don't think it's a 1/2 inch. I think it's a 3/8 inch filbert, just because it was easier for me to get around the face. And then and sometimes I went over the bird just to have it look like it's more continuous. Okay, that gets us up to speed. I'll be back in a bit. Hey, I'm gonna pause it here and I'm gonna work on this during the live stream next. I'll link the live stream in this video's description. One thing I meant to mention the last time I popped in was that I decided to paint the background around the bird, which isn't too terribly hard, and sometimes I went over. But in general, I like painting the background first and all over because I can get smoother strokes. And then put the bird on top of it and then paint the bird in. But you can do it either way. I was thinking this might be a little quicker and then the bird would stay warmer. So with the sky would stay a little bit warmer in color since it's a wood color background. Okay guys, I'll be back after the live. That last time-lapse bit was alive. I showed the eye with the first round of paint on it, first thoughts, and here it is. I think the eye is finished. It's been 10 days since I've worked on this painting. So, and I don't think I did a close-up during the live. Life happened again. Life happens. That's okay. I know my colors. Quinacridone Magenta, Cad Yellow Medium Hue, Phthalo Blue Green Shade, Mars Black, and Titanium White. My paints are sticky. I'm going to try painting with them a little bit, but I've got, if I can't mix this color exactly, that's okay. I know the combo. I know it's Phthalo Blue Green Shade, some yellow, and a little bit of white. I think I might have put a little bit of black in there to mute it down. As I'm looking at this, I want this more red, but I can bring it up. The red mask on the Sandhill Crane. I'm wanting the background lighter, but you know what? I may wait to lighten it because I know I've lightened it a few times. Here's my Photoshop mock-up of the reference photo. That crane is quite light and quite white and quite light. So I think we'll keep working on that and see how it goes. Okay, guys, I just wanted to pop in and let you know what's going on, that it's 10 days. Hi. That it's 10 days later. Hopefully that didn't scare you, my big head coming in. And I'll be back in a bit. Hey friends, I thought I'd pop in. I've been working on this for a couple hours. Made the red part, I've been calling it a mask, red, more red. What's nice is the yellow and the quinacridone are semi-transparent. I don't know if you can see that box, the light's starting to come in strong in my studio. There's a little box that's half full on the diagonal. So that makes it really easy to glaze. Thin it out with a little bit of water. Built up to white. So white here, white along this edge. I think that's nice. Just kept layering. Oh, I was using a bigger brush. This is the same brush I'm pretty sure that I used for the background. It's been 10 days, so I can't remember. I used that for the first layer. And then I came back with, oh, I think that might be a 1/2 inch. It's barely a filbert, it's almost a flat brush. It's a number 12 from Zhu, Z-H-U-T-T-I-N-G. I got it in a really inexpensive pack of brushes at Amazon, or on Amazon. And so they make smaller feather strokes, which is one reason why I went smaller. Played with putting some browns and some lighter color over the blue shadow area. Putting some blue, oh, you can't see. Putting some blue down, let's see if I can get this up high enough, down in this area, but also not as much detail because it's at the bottom right-hand corner of the painting. Looks like there's a little bit of water. Here, let's see if we can do, I'm laughing because I've got lights and things in the way. I think I'll just kind of keep going down so you can see so brush stroke directions and some feathery strokes, I think are doing the trick. I've been working on painting looser. And I like the background. Oh, I can't. I've got a light in the way. That's why it's bending a little bit. There we go. I like the background better now that I have the I'm trying to straighten it out. The Sandhill Crane on there. I'm gonna go eat some dinner so I can come back with a bit fresher eyes and see what I think when I walk in my studio. Okay guys, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm calling it done. I didn't lighten up the sky because I like the contrast, the strong edge I have. The eye really commands all the attention. It's the only yellow thing too in the painting. I could see where I'd like it with the lighter background, lighter sky too. I used some reddish colors. I don't know if that looks red. When I look at my phone, it doesn't look reddish, but we'll do a tour. Kind of red-brown, just to tie in this a little bit. What else? Sometimes I don't know if you can see it. Sometimes I run out of room. Let's see if we can do it this way. Okay. I have like a light stroke that just stops, and then I take a dark color and continue it. So I just change the color of it, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just one color all the way. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see. I can't really back up. All right, guys, this is gonna be wobbly, and my cat might be mad because she's right by my tripod. Okay, sorry about that. There, now I've got a little more room. It's just one thin paint stroke. I could have used this flat brush. I used a 1/2-inch filbert. Oh, and here's the rusty, kind of rusty color cattails. I just Googled cattails. I can't show you the photo because it's copyrighted. Isn't that fun? Okay, here, let's do a tour as long as I'm doing that. Oh, so one thing I see is I've got these two light ones lining up almost the same distance. I might pull this one down a little bit more. Also, could just because everything's kind of at an angle. I like the cattails. I think I have a cattail video. I'll link it in this video's description. I'll have to go look for it. I've already showed you the face. Nothing really changed. Oh, everything's so crooked. And when I look at my phone, it looks like a rainy sky, but in person, and it might be okay in the video, it might just be the way it looks on my phone. In person, it's not as gray as it looks when I look at my phone. Okay, guys, let me know if you give this one a try. It's fun. I really like it. I like simple. This is basically a portrait of a Sandhill crane with some cattails. So I think that's fun too. I do a lot of animal portraits. I can't thank you guys enough for sharing in Facebook groups, telling your friends. It's just amazing. Buying merch. I have a shop here on YouTube. People are starting to buy the merch. Like my sun sticker that I use for where the light's coming from. I can't believe it. And it's also so fun to talk with all of you. Okay, so super appreciate your support. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.